Right, well, hello YouTube. This is not something you've seen me on before, but first thing, keyless entry. Look, keyless ride. I just push that, the key's in my pocket, and we get going. This is, as I'm sure you can guess, who's that? Somebody beeping the horn, but this is the K1600GTL, I believe, the luxury model. Thank you! Oh, I've got high beams on apparently. So, you've seen me here before. This is Alan Jefferies in his Shipley. This thing revs up very, very quickly. And Jesus Christ. Yeah, everybody thought my VFR was big. Well, no siree, this is big. And because I want to. Right, so, sorry, I'm on the Scala with Liz. Right, so I've got the guy at the BMW garage to, alright, don't nod. Oh, he did nod. Just took his time to put it into the sportiest mode it has. Just because, why the hell not? But yeah, this is the K1600GTL, I believe, which is apparently, as I said, the luxury model. This is ridiculous. Problem is I can't dash out like I normally would just because I don't know the bike. But the fact that it's 1600 kind of tells you what power plant I'm working with. It is a 1600cc straight six. Oh, ow. Oh wow, that needs to get shut. Fucking hell. I'm not used to having a screen that big, but oh my god, this is a barge, but a quick one and a nimble one. Wow. So you've seen me test ride BMWs from Alan Jefferies before. They're a good bunch of people. They know what they're doing and they will try and help you out. We were trying to get Liz on an S1000R, I believe, the naked one, but fortunately their insurance literally says nobody under 21. So Liz is a bit stuck there. Thankfully I'm 23, but I get put on dealer insurance, so my excess is £1,000 if I drop this. Which, to be fair, for totaling a bike which costs about, I think it's 13-14 grand, that's kind of understandable. And this is the luxury model with all the add-ons and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, one thing I do like about it is it has a analog and a digital speedo, which, I mean, I'm old school, I like analog, but Liz likes her digital. So it's kind of best of both worlds, really. You can pick which one you want to read. Am I in 5th gear? Is that what that is? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I've got a built-in gear indicator, 6-speed, understandable. This particular bike has done 965 miles, which means it should be running by now. I was going to test ride the S1000RR because I do like it. It's a lot closer to the Fireblade than this thing is. But unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, the S1000RR, which they have in, is currently being run in, so the revs are limited. So it kind of seems a bit pointless. I'd want to ride it for the power, not because it's a S1000, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I thought, you know what, let's get another big bike from them and have a go on another fucking massive thing. Because the last bike I did was the Rocket 3, which is a 2.3 litre engine, putting out, to be fair, less power than this. More torque, but less horsepower. This puts out 160 brake horsepower. I think the Rocket 3 put out 120 something, but it put out a shit ton of torque. But this is 160.5 brake horsepower and 120 foot-pounds of torque, or 125 or something. So plenty of power. Definitely plenty to tour on, which is obviously what this behemoth is made for. I'm trying to figure out how I move my that maybe? Yeah, there we go. Move my windshield up. There we go. That should be less wind noise now. So yeah, all that is on the controls. You can see it going up there, which is now, that is now literally in front of my face. So I'm looking through it to drive, which I don't really like, so I'll do that. But yeah, it's, to be fair, it feels really nice. I'm currently doing less than 2,000 RPM to get up this hill, which again, angles never really do you any justice when you're on a bike and the camera and everything. But it's not ridiculously steep, but it's not like low angle either. And this thing has power, and I'm in 6th gear, so it's quite nice. But yeah, this is the first vlog you've seen me do in a little while, actually, so I thought I'd get you something a little bit interesting instead of just hi, here's what's been going on, you know, I still love you, even though I do. But yeah, so I thought I'd get you another bike video, just because mine's not a new bike. So although I will do these wing mirrors are not in the right place for me. I will do a walk around on my Fireblade at some point, the one which the lovely Liz behind me got me. So you'll get that in the near future. I am gonna, and I know I've said this numerous times, but I am gonna try and start making videos again. I know I've stopped and said that a couple of times, but I don't know, I kind of got the bug back again, really. So hopefully you should be seeing more of me. Hopefully you all liked the music video I put out the other day, the We Are Bikers video. It was sort of it was quite fun to put together. It took a while though. It wasn't an easy video to edit just because of the timings and everything. But it was definitely a lot of fun to make. But yeah, Jesus Christ, this thing feels weird turning. It's a lot more nimble than you expect, so it's kind of like, oh shit. And it does shift, which you'd expect from such an engine. But yeah, one of the main reasons you've kind of seen me, or I like going to the BMW garage for test rides, is not overly because I'm mad on BMWs. They're nice bikes. They are nice bikes. Anybody who's ever ridden one will probably tell you that, unless they've had horror stories, which everybody seems to have on the internet. Somebody's uncle's brother's aunt's sister's daughter or something died horribly because of some amazing feature or whatever. I'm in first, that's weird. It doesn't just stop when you go to first, it kind of lets you keep pushing it down, which is a bit bizarre. But yeah, they're decent bikes. They feel decent. But the main reason why I go to the BMW garage is because they let me test ride them. A lot of dealerships, you are so clever. A lot of dealerships, the minimum age is 25, and they seem to get a bit confused when I tell them I'm 23 and I've been unrestricted for over 2 years. They kind of don't seem to be able to grasp that concept, especially with Liz as well, because she's 19 and she's been unrestricted for nearly 2 years now, so it's like, what? And when you think about the new licensing laws, it does make sense. It's just a bit stupid. Hello, Liz. I don't quite have the sound, I'm afraid, but I can go faster than you can. Yeah, Liz just says she sounds better, which she do. Liz apparently says this just have a grumble to it, which is nice. But then again, I think that's literally just because of how big the engine is, more than anything else. It is nice. I mean, I've got a straight six in my car. I've got a BMW 320i Touring as my car, so I'm kind of used to the straight six engine, and they are very, very nice. They're very torquey, which is, well, it's nice. The problem is, which is not a big of an issue on this, but the thing I've found with BMW engines is they take quite a while to rev down, especially in the car. I think it's just because the flywheel that they put in them is so big that it's basically, it takes ages for the energy to dwindle a bit. But this definitely does feel good, and it's definitely got plenty of power. But no, it's nice. How does it look, Liz? Liz says it looks butt ugly from the back, so maybe not the best viewing angle. The headlights on it look cool as hell, though. I think when you see them lit up. Yeah, yeah. Liz is saying she doesn't like how the back seat is all built in and everything like that. It does look very much like they've tried to build a couch into the back of this bike, which I suppose technically they probably have, but it's incredibly comfortable. I rode the Rocket 3 as I said before, and I've ridden the GS from these guys, and both of those were comfortable bikes. The Rocket 3 not so much, but the feet positioning seems a lot more sensible. It's not right far in front of me, and it's not right far behind me like a full-on sports bike. It's a real nice mix. 113.7, that's cheap. Now see, there isn't much engine braking, and I am in third gear. So maybe that's due to the size of the engine, but then I'd have thought that I'd have given it more engine braking. I don't know. Not as much engine braking as my Fireblade, which I don't know if that's just the way it's tuned or what, but it's pumping out a fair bit of heat as well. I can feel quite a bit of warmth on my left foot, which is unusual for me because normally I just don't feel anything. Because I'm a heartless bastard. No, I generally don't. But yeah, it's quite nice. That sort of, the big 6 thing there is obviously just telling you it's a 6-cylinder, but that little square at the top is for a GPS. It's got what looks like a little Garmin mount on it. I believe I said it is keyless, so the key is literally just in my pocket right now. That is part of the comfort option when you order the bike. You can choose it as an accessory, which I imagine probably adds quite a few hundreds of pounds to the price of the bike. It reminds me of a plane, the way it sort of decelerates, the noise which it has. Oh, this feels horrible to corner for me. Yeah, I'll admit, oh fucking hell, headwind. The GS was a lot better at cornering than this is, or it feels it anyway. I mean, this feels solid. It doesn't feel dodgy. It's just because the way it's weighted, it tips into the corner, and because it's such a big bike, you instantly think, oh shit. But it doesn't. I'm sure it corners perfectly fine. So I'm not about to push it though, because corners is still something I'm getting used to on a bike, which if anybody's ridden with me recently will know. But I am trying to get there. But no, anyway, hopefully this has been a nice video for you guys. I am actually, and I know, don't scorn or start putting like crosses up to your screen and saying Christ compels ye. Tomorrow I am test riding a Harley Davidson Fat Bob, purely because I saw they had, what the hell was going on there? Huh. It feels like the ABS is kicking in. But yeah, purely because they have some test ride thing on at the minute. So I thought, you know what, sod it. I don't necessarily hate on them. That they are nice bikes, but they are very much built for a purpose. They are built to cruise, and I don't see the need for them in England. In America, yeah, completely, because their country is effectively built for doing things like that, but in England not so much. But I've never tried one, so I'm gonna try one, and it is a bike I like. It's I think that's a 1.6 as well, actually, V-twin cooled thing, but you'll see a video on that anyway. But yeah, please do leave a like if you found this interesting. If you are looking at getting something like this, or if you are looking at getting a BMW that you'd like me to do a test ride and let you know what it's like, then let me know, and I'll do what I can and see if I can get that sorted for you. Or any other bikes, then just let me know. Give a like for Liz's bike, just because it's called Batman and it's awesome. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you next time with the Harley Davidson test ride. So goodbye, everybody. Bye bye.